We just passed an amazing week of cricket, some action-packed cricket with Test cricket at the Caribbean against India and some exciting T20 cricket as well here in Sri Lanka, as Sri Lanka taking up against New Zealand. So we got all those things to cover up in this episode, so let's begin the extra cover. Now we all know New Zealand team is here playing a T20 series against Sri Lanka. So an interesting story comes from the New Zealand camp. Now their bus that was travelling to Kandy to play in the first T20 International was broken down in the hills. They had to find some alternative methods to get to the hotels in Kandy.
New Zealand team manager Mike Sandel, in a video posted by New Zealand Cricket on its Twitter handle, said that the clutch of the bus had been broken down in the central hills of the island. Accordingly, some squad members, including Mr. Sandel himself, had to travel in an ambulance, while the rest of the squad has been taken to their destination on another bus, a van and an army jeep.
Now we all know in the previous week the third Ashes test came to a dramatic end. But one thing that was highlighted in the third test, and of course in the second and the first test, was some rash decisions made by the on-field umpires. So as a result, the England Cricket Board and of course the ICC have planned to sack Joel Wilson, the on-field umpire who was there in the first, second and the third Ashes tests, and replace him with Kumar Dharmasena.
Marais Erasmus and Ruchira Palleguruge will join Kumar Dharmasena as the officiating umpires for the fourth and the fifth tests on the ongoing Ashes series between England and Australia. Dharmasena was originally appointed as the TV umpire for the fourth test match but will now stand on field with Erasmus in both the remaining matches, with Ruchira Palleguruge officiating as the TV umpire in both matches. The fourth test will begin from September 4th at the Old Trafford, while the fifth and the final test will commence from September 12th at the Oval.
Now moving on to some interesting news coming from India. Ambati Rayudu, we all witnessed his heroics in the IPL, but after not being selected into the Indian squad for a long period of time, Ambati Rayudu decided to bid farewell to international cricket. Just 2 months passed, but interestingly, Ambati Rayudu has once again stepped up and he has requested from BCCI that he need to be back in the Indian squad, back in the international cricket, saying that his previous farewell was an emotional one.
Barely 2 months after drawing curtains on his cricketing career, Ambati Rayudu has made a U-turn. The 33-year-old has written to the Hyderabad Cricket Association saying his decision to retire was an emotional one and that he is now available for selection. In an email sent to the HCA's CO on Thursday, Rayudu wrote, "I would like to bring to your notice that I would like to come out of retirement and play cricket in all formats. I want to take this opportunity to thank Chennai Super Kings, VVS Lakshman and Noel David, who have been very supportive during the tough time and are instrumental in making me realize that I have enough cricket left in me."
Now moving on to the most highlighted news that we came across in the previous week of the cricket world, and it is coming from England. Cecil Wright. Yes, you might have never heard of that name, but this 85-year-old Englishman who was partly a West Indian who migrated into England back in the 1950s. Now he has picked up 7,000 wickets for Lancashire team and of course some other first-class teams as well. But this career, which spanned over 65 years, was one of the amazing cricketing stories that we came across through this program.
Cecil Wright's name will not rank alongside West Indies legends Vivian Richards, Gary Sobers or Frank Warren, but for longevity he outranks them all. The fast bowler, known affectionately as Cec, has announced he will retire in 2 weeks in time at the ripe old age of 85. Wright, who is in heyday, represented Jamaica against Barbados, lining up against Sobers and West Hall. Moved to England in 1959 and launched a career as a professional in the Central Lancashire League for Crompton. After 3 years, he decided to stay on in England and settle down after meeting his future wife Enid and then having a son. Wright, who also played with Richards and Joel Garner, another of the great West Indies pace attack of the late 1970s and early 1980s, has taken over 7,000 wickets during a career spanning for more than 60 years. At one point, he took 538 wickets in 5 seasons, averaging 1 every 27 balls. "Pretty good going," said Cricket Bible Wisden, referring to Wright's stamina. But finally, even he has accepted that the time has come to pull up sums on his career.
Now, those are some interesting news that came across in the previous week of the cricket world, in some domestic news and of course some international news as well. So now, let's get into the top 5 performances which were recorded in the previous week in the cricket world.
What happened there? They've got to keep running. They've got to keep running, Ramesh. They're not sure. Big shot slice, 4 and 100 for Dhananjay. Fabulous innings. Sri Lanka needed a big knock today, and he's given them that wonderful platform with a scintillating century. But the rough beginnings under pressure.
So that's it for this week's episode of Extra Cover. Hope you got a better idea about some interesting news that came across in the previous week of the cricket world, some amazing records as well. So don't forget to subscribe our channel, and of course leave your comments, opinions and thoughts in our comment section as well. So with that being said, it's goodbye from Team Batsman.